Hey guys, I'm going to read you our other reading story, and it is a realistic fiction story too. And it's called Dear Primo, A Letter to My Cousin. And it is about a little boy named Charlie who lives in America and a little boy named Carlitos who lives in Mexico. And they are cousins. And they like to write letters back and forth to each other. So this story is going to be their letters that they are sending back and forth. And we are going to talk about compare and contrast with this story. So that's something we'll do tomorrow, but we're going to go ahead and listen to it today. So remember, it is going to have some Spanish words in it because this is Carlitos is from Mexico, so he does speak Spanish. So I'm not sure I'm going to say all these correctly, but we're going to try, okay? Alright, so Dear Primo, A Letter to My Cousin by Duncan Tonothia? Not sure how to say that word. Score! I just got a letter from my Primo, my cousin, Carlitos. I live in America, but he lives in Mexico, where my family is from. Maybe someday we'll meet. You can see there is Carlitos in Mexico, and there is Charlie in America. And remember, it just told us what Primo means. He got a letter from his Primo, who is his cousin. So Primo is the Spanish word for cousin. Dear Primo Charlie, how are you? Do you wonder, like me, what life is like far away? I live on a farm, surrounded by mountains and trees. My family grows many things, such as maize. We have a burro, polos, and a gallo. Every morning the gallo crows and crows. Oh, and there were some more Spanish words. And the picture kind of helps us. He says that they grow maize. What is maize? Yeah, they grow corn. And he says they have a burro. And yeah, that's like a donkey. And they have a gallo. Yeah, and it says the gallo crows. Yep, that's a rooster. And they also have polos. Yep, polos are chickens. So very good. We figured out some Spanish words. Alright, and this is Charlie's letter back. Dear Primo Carlitos, I live in a city. From my window, I can see a bridge and cars zooming by. I can see skyscrapers, too. Skyscrapers are building so tall they tickle the clouds. At night, all the lights from the city look like stars from the sky. Every morning, I ride my bicicleta. I'm going to click on this and let him read it to you because he says this word so much better than I can.
Every morning, I ride my bicicleta to school.
My bicicleta. There we go, to school. I ride it past the perros and past a nopal. And look, you can see what the perros are and what a nopal is. Yeah, I think perros are dogs, I'm guessing. And a nopal would be a cactus. And then this is Charlie talking. I ride the subway to school. The subway is like a long metal snake, and it travels through tunnels underground. They definitely have different lives, huh? The way they get to school is different. At recess time, I play football. My friend passes me the ball, I kick it with my foot, and if I score, I yell, "Goal!" I play basketball. My friend dribbles the ball and passes it to me. I jump and shoot. The ball goes swoosh, nothing but net. Some of the things are the same about how they play at recess, and some things are different, huh? When I come home from school, I help my mom cook. My favorite meal is quesadillas. I make them with cheese and tortillas. And yeah, there's the quesadillas. It doesn't look like the word quesadilla, does it? That's how you say that word, quesadilla. In America, we have lots of different foods. My favorite is pizza. I like getting a slice on my way home from school. So that's how Carlitos and Charlie eat dinner. After I finish my homework, my mom lets me go outside and play. In Mexico, we have many games, like trompos and canicas. I'm guessing that's how you say that. My favorite game is popolotes. My friends and I run, and with a little wind, we fly the popolote high up. You know what? I'm going to let him read these words because I'm not real sure how to say them.
After I finish my homework, my mom lets me go outside and play. In Mexico, we have many games, like trompos and canicas. Picture labels. Trompo, canicas.
It's showing you what they are. So trompo looks like it's like a top. It spins around. And canicas, it looks like a game of marbles, where you kind of flip the marbles and you're trying to, I think, land them in this triangle or knock somebody else's out of the triangle. And then let's see what this one's called.
My favorite game is papalotes. My friends and I run, and with a little wind, we fly the papalote high up.
Papalote.
Picture label. Papalote.
And you can see what a papalote is. Yeah, it's a kite. Like I said, these got some Spanish words in it, and I don't know how to say them, so sometimes I like to listen to him say them. When I finish my homework, I play games with my friends from the building. We play by the stoop. And in each other's apartments, too. I like going over to my friend's home to play video games. What are they playing out here by the stoop? Has anybody ever played that game? Yeah, it's hopscotch. Very good. And when they say they play by the stoop, that means they just play right outside their front door on the sidewalk. Oh, and they like to play video games too. That's Charlie. Charlie does those things because he lives in America, and that's what kids in America like to do. In the afternoon, it often gets hot. To cool off, I jump in a small rio that is nearby. What does it look like a rio is? He jumps in the rio. Yeah, this one I know. A rio is a river. That's the Spanish word for river. So yeah, they're jumping in the river to swim. In the summer, the city gets hot, too. I like getting splashed by the fire hydrant when the firefighters open it up and close off the block. So sometimes in the city, the firefighters will open up the fire hydrant and let the kids play in it, kind of like a sprinkler. They both like to get cooled off, but they do it in different ways. On the weekend, I go with my parents to the mercado, an open-air market in the town nearby. We sell maize and tunas, a prickly fruit that we grow. We also buy the food and other things we need. So they go to a mercado, where they sell stuff, and it looks like they sell food and things like that. I've never had a tunas before, but it's some kind of fruit is what it says, a prickly fruit. On the weekend, I go with my mom to the supermarket. She brings a list, milk, toothpaste, soap, and I check off the items as we put them in our cart. So it looks like they both go and buy things they need. It's just that they do it in different ways, huh? In the town, from time to time, they have fiestas that last 2 or 3 days. At night, there are cojitas that light up the sky and mariachis that play and play. So we can look and see what a cojites is. Yeah. And the mariachis. Yeah. Looks like a band, doesn't it? A mariachi is like a band. And cojitas are fireworks. In my city, sometimes we have parades. People in costumes and uniforms march down the street and everyone gathers around to watch. We know all about parades because that's in America, where Charlie lives. But Carlitos, we wouldn't have known what some of those were. There are charros in Mexico that I wish you could see. They do tricks with their cabellos and riatas. And you can see what a charro is, and a riata, and a cabello. It looks like a charro. They ride horses, and they have lassos. What's a charro? Yeah, a charro's a cowboy. And they have a riata would be like their lasso or their rope. And what's a caballo? Yeah, it's their horses. We're learning some Spanish words. On the streets here, you can see break dancers who do flips and spin on their heads. Like they've got their big boom box or their radio that plays the music, and then they do dances. People like to go watch them. So they both can go watch people, huh? It's just very different kinds of people they can watch. In Mexico, we have so many traditions, such as Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. And if you've ever watched that one Disney cartoon that has, they talk a lot about the Day of the Dead in that one. I can't remember what it's called, but that's like a holiday that they have. My favorite tradition is attending the December parties called pasadas. At the end of each pasada, there is a piñata filled with fruit and sweets. When someone breaks it, we all get to jump in. Oh, yeah. That is a Spanish tradition. Mexico, it comes from piñatas, but have you ever had a piñata at your party? I've had piñatas at some parties before. In America, we have traditions too, such as Thanksgiving, when we eat turkey, and Halloween, when we dress up and go trick-or-treating. But I have to stop writing now. My mom just told me I have to brush my teeth and go to bed. So yeah, we know all about the American traditions because we're American. I have an idea. My Primo should come visit me. Look at that. Both boys have the same idea. Because, they are cousins, but they have never met. The only thing they've ever talked about is their letters, so they want to go visit each other. That would be a good idea. Then they could finally meet. And there's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed Dear Primo. And like I said, we're going to talk about it some more tomorrow. And we're going to talk about comparing and contrasting the boys and some of the things they do, okay? All right. I'll see you guys later.